Hello yoga friends, and welcome back to my 30-day yoga challenge where we do 10 minutes of yoga a day for 30 days. My name is Jessica and this is day 25. We'll be doing a yin sequence all about opening the hips today, beginning on our bellies in frog pose. So coming down to our bellies, maybe stacking our palms on top of one another, elbows out to the sides of the mat. Let's bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet together or just apart here. This is called frog pose. And we'll settle in here, maybe fluttering the eyes closed or taking a soft gaze, evening out the breath in and out through the nose. And we'll begin our class by setting an intention. The one I'll be using today is I accept myself for who I am. I accept myself for who I am. And let's begin to inhale the energy from that beautiful intention in through our nose, deep into the belly. And open the mouth, sigh, exhale out anything extra that you may have brought to your mat today. Knowing that you can always return to your intention throughout practice and perhaps throughout the rest of your day. And we're going to spend a little bit more time here in this frog pose, making sure we're back at that even breath and gently opening the hips here. And let's take about 3 more rounds of breath here. And on your next round of breath, you can gently straighten the legs, walking them into about hip width distance. Let's bend the knees so the soles of the feet are pointed towards the sky. And simply windshield wiper the legs back and forth here. Just a few times before gently dropping them to the mat, bringing both palms underneath the shoulders and pressing up to find a seat. We're going to set up for shoelace pose. So bringing our right leg over our left, stacking basically the knees, we're coming into shoelace. Now if this is very uncomfortable, you can always stretch out your bottom leg like this, or you can even just take a sukhasana. So set up however you'd like with your right leg on top in your shoelace pose. Let's inhale, arms overhead, and exhale, fold over. Releasing into this pose. Maybe celebrating where you are, or getting a little deeper on every exhale. let's take about 3 more rounds of breath here. And on your next inhale, gently roll back up to a seated position, uncrossing the legs and crossing the left leg over the right, setting up for shoelace on the opposite side. Inhaling those arms up to the sky once more. Exhale, fold over. And about 3 more rounds of breath here. And on your next inhale, gently roll up the spine, uncrossing the legs. And let's find our way to a tabletop position. Knees directly under hips, wrists directly under shoulders. We're going to set up for sleeping swan, or as in a vinyasa practice, pigeon. So bringing our right leg forward, making sure that right foot is flexed, and the right shin about parallel with the front of the mat here. Let's send that left leg back and sitting up nice and tall, tenting up onto the fingers for swan pose. Now, if your hip is too far off the ground here and it's very uncomfortable, you can always grab a cushion or a blanket or even a block and stick it under the hip. And next exhale, if you so choose, you can fold over that right leg into sleeping swan. If this is very uncomfortable for you, always feel free to just take a figure 4 here by coming up to seated, crossing that right leg over the left. Wherever you are, making sure that right foot is flexed, and scanning the body for any tension we can let go of. And we'll take about 3 more rounds of breath here. And next inhale, if you are in that sleeping swan, press your way up to swan and gently walk your way back to that tabletop position. Maybe taking a few hip circles here, right and left, before finding our way to swan on the opposite side, bringing the left leg forward, making sure that left foot is nice and flexed, tenting up onto the fingers here. And next exhale, option to fold over that left leg. And wherever you are, let's take about 3 more rounds of breath. And on your next inhale, gently walk back up, if you're sleeping swan, into regular swan. And let's find our way back to that tabletop. Maybe releasing the hips here just by taking a few more circles and finding our way down onto our backs. Maybe hugging our knees into our chest before we let them go to find our shavasana for the day. Settling in here, releasing any tension with our next exhale, and allowing ourselves to let go. You are welcome to stay in your shavasana for as long as you'd like, as this is where I'm going to leave you. I want to thank you for coming to practice with me today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 26. Namaste.